Yo, man. What's good, you, man? Show ball, man. Count that's AK, man. Snapper, ball, man. Look, man. We got the final 48 hours of King Von. If you're new, man, hit that like button, subscribe and share, man. You say RP to Von, man. You feel me? I just want to see what really happened. And he really knows. Nobody really knows. We know, like, he did get shot, but I just want to see, watch the video, you feel me?
On November 6, 2020, King Von would be one of 5 people shot outside Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta.
Shots fired at Sheik in Monaco.
Around 3:20 a.m., 2 groups of men began arguing outside, leading to gunfire. 2 off-duty police officers were working security at the establishment that night, and they too engaged in the shootout. Because of this, a full investigation was conducted to see whether or not the Atlanta Police Department was involved in his death. Here's what they found retracing his steps for those last 48 hours.
Von, look, I break down the wood, I stuff it with Pat, I drop me your boat, I'm pouring up.
On November 4th, 2020, King Von was in Atlanta, Georgia. He was celebrating the release of his Welcome to O-Block album that dropped just a few days prior.
A good album.
His career was peaking, and every day his music was being discovered by a new audience. There's no question he was about to be a superstar, but the biggest issue Von faced at that time was himself. See, King Von was from the infamous housing projects of Parkway Gardens on the south side of Chicago. Before ever stepping into a booth, he was already very...
Wasn't there someone said that King Von originally is not from not from O Block, like he moved there? Isn't he from somewhere else? Or no?
Very active in the street life. He only decided to rap after beating a murder case in 2017. His reputation only made his music more real for listeners, leading to his blow up just 1 year after that. But it's important to realize when someone lives a life the way Von did before fame, it can be hard to leave that mentality behind, even after finding a way out through music. Because of this, Von had no issue when it came to things like beefing with other rappers. While in Atlanta, an ongoing issue between King Von and rapper NBA Youngboy had been brewing for months.
Yeah, the thing about that with Von and Youngboy, like, I feel like if they never beefed, like, imagine the song, so Von, YB, Dirk, Quando, like, and then Dirk and YB used to be cool, but since that's King Von is Dutch and saying boy, is like you had to side with Von. This is really how it goes. That's really how it goes.
On November 4th, DJ Academics would invite Von onto his podcast to publicly speak about their issues. During the conversation, Von assured his fans that there was no real problem, and it was the internet just trying to make it more than what it was, unknowing at the time that in under 48 hours, this would all come to an end.
Ain't no rap beef, and it ain't no real beef unless somebody got shot or something, or unless somebody...
People told me you and Youngboy was beefing or something like that. You said something about, what happened, Von? What's going on with you, man?
Nah,
they
see,
saying that, like,
that is true though. Even though Von was messing with what's her name? Well, YB, one of YB's baby mama was like, even though he was like that, I feel like YB was tripping, but I feel like that's not no real beef. Yeah, it's a girl, but sooner or later they'll get over that. Like, they'll literally get over that. But that is true. When blood is shed and somebody gets shot or something like that happens, like, that's beef. That's when the beef actually starts. That's when they really start beefing.
It's like we got the same interests and holes, and then you know how the internet will try to make it.
Don't tell me I got problems over girls.
No, it's the internet, gang. It's the you know, they try to make it like that because it's the internet.
These issues had been escalating since a few months before, when pictures of King Von and NBA Youngboy's ex-girlfriend surfaced online.
Yep,
From
right
that point
there,
forward, the two rappers made it known they didn't like each other through a series of social media posts. With two artists this large going back and forth, it was only a matter of time before others got involved as well. One of those people would be Quando Rondo, an artist and friend of NBA Youngboy. Even though Von and Quando were cool at one point, now they weren't. And it just so happens Quando's from Savannah, Georgia, only a 4-hour drive from Atlanta.
I'm saying though, 63rd dirty ass. I'm talking about.
On November 5th, King Von woke up and gathered his entourage. This included himself, his manager, and 20-some others. Around 11 p.m., just 5 hours before his passing, they headed out to Opium nightclub. Von was set to make an appearance and promote his new project. He hopped into his bulletproof Hellcat, followed by 8 other cars filled with friends and associates. Around midnight, they arrived. By this time, his manager was taking notice that something was off with Vaughn that night. He couldn't put his finger on it, but he felt like he wasn't himself, almost like he knew. They stayed at Opium for a few hours where everyone appeared to be enjoying themselves. Fans would upload videos online of Vaughn in the club, and from the looks of it, everything seemed normal. But these would be the last videos of King Von smiling we would see.
Hey, you know, it's all love and this tee up shit. I just dropped that on that Welcome to Roadblock going crazy. I don't want to think about it, you know, going on.
Around 2 a.m., just 2 hours before his time of death, he gathered his crew and they left the venue. According to his manager, everybody thought they were headed back to the Airbnb, but somewhere on their way home, they lost track of Vaughn's car. After realizing they lost him, they began calling his phone to see where he went, as it was very unlike him to leave without saying anything.
See right here, when Vaughn left and went to that club where Quando and them was at, like, he had to know that Quando was there, because there's no way he just left that club, went to another one, and Quando and them was there. He probably dropped the low, saying that Quando was there in his crew, because it has to be. There's no way he goes to the other one, and Quando and them crew was there at that same, like, somebody had to drop the low. That's like somebody had to know that Quando was there and just told like Von people that, oh, that Quando here. You know what I'm saying?
So already,
I might be wrong though. Don't give me in the comments. I might be wrong. Don't give me in the comments.
After party or we got anything we're going to, we know as a team. Everybody know to be on point. You know what I'm saying? We're traveling with a real deal gangster, a real stepper. So everybody gonna know how to move. But from that night, I don't know what it was. Maybe it's God timing. I don't know what it was, but Von completely went on his own course.
His manager and more importantly his security went with him everywhere. After calling, they found out he rerouted to an after-hours hookah lounge across town. A little before 3 a.m., Vaughn pulled up to Monaco, but decided to wait in his car while the rest of his entourage was still on their way. About 15 minutes went by, Vaughn still in his bulletproof vehicle staying warm. His manager, followed by 6 other cars, pulled up to the parking lot. He hopped in the car with Vaughn, and once again he said he felt like he wasn't himself. They stayed in there while the rest of his entourage was wondering what was going on. It was a cold night, so they too decided to wait in their cars. After a few minutes of talking, his manager convinced Vaughn it was time to go inside. He let his security team know he was ready to enter, so they did their normal checkup. Around 3:15 a.m., security went into the club and checked it out to make sure it was clear of any threats. With Vaughn being a high-profile rapper, this was a standard procedure for them before entering any venue. They couldn't bring weapons in the club, so security left them in their cars. Right as they were about to walk in, one of Vaughn's friends alerted him that Quando Rondo was in a car just a few feet away.
See, that's what I mean. Like, how'd they even know that Quando and them was there? They had to know. There's no, oh look, Quando. Vaughn had to know something. But if he had his entourage, I don't know.
Unknown if Vaughn got a tip from someone that night about Quando being at the club, or if it was just a coincidence that he rerouted his car to the exact location they would both be at.
There's no way he just goes
it's possible
there
it just happened like that,
there,
but this could have also been the reason Vaughn seemed off. Maybe he knew something no one else did. Normally Vaughn was calm, collective, and soft-spoken. Living the life he lived back in Chicago, he knew how to handle these situations. But on this night, Vaughn reacted before anyone could say or do anything. He immediately hopped out of his vehicle, jewelry on and all, not knowing if Quando was alone or if he too had people with him. Only a few moments later, the two would come face to face, and just like Vaughn spoke about before, it was on sight. He threw punches at Quando even before words could be exchanged. Others rushed over as the fight broke out. What Vaughn didn't know was the white vehicle Quando was standing next to had people from his crew inside. At 3:20 a.m., only a few seconds after the fight had started, a gunshot from only a few feet away went off, striking Vaughn in his side and catching him completely off guard. You can see the gunman, who we now know as Lil Tim, coming out from behind the car and firing multiple shots. Vaughn got hit 3 to 4 times, and his manager was also hit in the leg. The 2 off-duty police officers working security that night reacted immediately, and they too fired shots into the crowd.
Ain't that Lil Tim as I called him?
But we can confirm now the shots that injured Vaughn came from Quando's side and not the police officers. The police would hit 3 people in total, one of them being Lil Tim. Vaughn laid in the street holding on to Quando until Muwop, one of Vaughn's good friends, broke up the fight.
It took too long.
At 3:23 a.m., there were injuries on both sides. Instead of waiting for ambulances, their crews drugged their wounded into cars and sped off to the emergency room. According to those in the vehicle with Vaughn, he was still conscious throughout the ride, even telling one of his friends to calm down that he was going to be okay. Around 3:32 a.m., just moments apart from each other, both crews would arrive at Grady Hospital, which was less than 10 minutes away.
Either the bullets probably went through, or they just couldn't, or it was too late. Either the bullets went through, or it was too late.
Quanah would start a live stream of himself helping Lil Tim inside the building to try and protect himself in case Vaughn's people ran up on him.
Come on, he's shot. Come on, Vic, bro, you got the up.
Did he go on live?
Just keep breathing, Vic, bro. Just keep breathing, cuz.
But this wouldn't happen. Nobody else was hurt after the initial conflict at the lounge. Unfortunately though, just after 4 a.m., King Von, along with 2 others who were shot that night, would pass away to their wounds, taking his life and career far too soon. Lil Tim was arrested in Grady Hospital where he was treated for his wounds before being taken into custody. He posted bail the same day and has since been awaiting trial for the murder of King Von.
Somebody kill somebody. Everybody got family. Somebody related to him or somebody cool with him. You kill him. Now everybody that he was close with is trying to kill you. It's a never ending. Or they gonna kill. Let's kill somebody close to him. It don't stop. To everybody, all the people that playing the game, it's gone. You see what I'm saying? So, it's the last man standing. It's either you're gonna be in jail, you're gonna die.
Von knew, bro. Von knew. Look, that was get rid of Blake. Even though Von passed away, he knew that's the game though. Once you in the streets, you die by the streets. So he knew, but he know like his people are trying to get back. You know, if they can't get Quanda or Lil Tim, they're gonna get people that are close to him. But it's a repeating cycle every time. It's gonna keep on going and going and going and going. And there's only one man standing, or everybody is gone. That's how it's only gonna stop. Hey man, that was a fun 48 hours of King Von. If you're new, man, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, man. Hey, I'm out.